Let's take you to Limpopo now, where Patriotic Alliance President Gayton McKenzie is visiting Westernberg. This is outside Polokwane to meet and address the local community about their service delivery needs. For more on this now, reporter Pimani Baloyi is on standby for us. Pimani, thank you for your time. So what are the issues that the community of Westernberg are facing?
Good morning, Xolisi, and good morning to our viewers. This is a predominantly area where we know that predominantly colored people in and around Polokwane reside in. As you can see behind me, we're coming to you live from the Omega Church, where Mr. McKenzie is expected to meet with residents here. Issues experienced in this area is similar to issues that people in and around Polokwane face, where you have water challenges. People living in Polokwane, especially in high-lying areas, rarely ever have water for a long period at a time, and that is what people here in Westernberg also face. But also there is a high rate of crime, specifically in Westernberg. So we expect Mr. Gayton McKenzie to address some of those issues when he speaks to communities here at this church. Mr. McKenzie is scheduled to get here at around 11 a.m. He hasn't arrived yet, but we saw a church service going on inside the church. Most of the people that are who attended this church service were wearing Patriotic Alliance t-shirts. But to speak more about Mr. McKenzie's program today, we are joined by the Provincial Secretary of the Patriotic Alliance here in Limpopo, Ms. Lucy Muruwe. Ms. Muruwe, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about today's program. Your program says the invite that we got, the President will be getting questions and answers. What can we expect? What specifically is he doing here in Limpopo? Is this the only venue that he will visit?
Thank you very much. I'm Lucy Muruwe. I'm the Provincial Secretary for Patriotic Alliance in the Limpopo province. The President will be coming here to make sure that our people, at the end of the day, they are protected. As and when we look back in January, he was at Limpopo River, where the border is there. He was doing the program Abahambe over these people. As and when we are here now, we do have a problem or a crisis that is occurring in this area of Westernberg. Our people, they are being addicted by these foreign nationals who are coming with the drugs. We saw them at the Limpopo River, where they were smuggling drugs from their own country to South Africa with lots of bags. We were there with the President. So our people here, remember that this is the entrance of the people from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and everywhere. This is the entrance. So when they enter this area, they look the weakest link people that they can sell the drugs and make sure that our people are addicts. At the end of the day, they are killing one another because some of them they've been killed by these drugs. Some of them they've been killed by these drug lords because they don't have money to pay. And then some other issues that the President is storing here, it's the issue of lack of service delivery. As we know that the municipality is being led by the ANC party. The people lack a lot of things. We do have crisis with water, crisis with resources. If you can check, we are here at Omega Church because we were refused to use the sports ground because they know that there's no electricity, there's nothing, so they are going to be exposed as the leading party. So we are here with the President because we want to hear the issues raised by the community with their own mouth, so that our President, we know that wherever where he goes, he's doing something. Where we wanted a by-election, the President has already covered the issue of service delivery with his own finances, not municipal finances, but his own money. So Abahambe is one of the things that we are going to spread along so that our people may know that we don't want our people to make sure that tenant are from another country, where those people, when they reside in your yard, at the end of the day, they want to win your yard, and then you become homeless because they are here to do that.
Ms. Lucy, as the provincial secretary, let's talk about numbers. Do you have specific structures in and around Limpopo that the president would be addressing to that will be speaking to ensure that as we lead up to the next election, Patriotic Alliance perhaps gets a seat in the provincial legislature and is represented here?
What I'm going to say now is interesting because if you can check, our party is new, but we do have a seat in Mopani. We do have a PR councillor seat in Mopani, and then the numbers that we are having now as a provincial secretary, we are having more than 20,000 of members that are registered with us. That is the previous stat that I can talk with, and as we speak right now, we are expecting more than 15 seats in the Limpopo legislature.
And then today's program, when the president gets here, what other areas will he be visiting? Will there be reception? Are people waiting for him? Where and how?
That one, we are going to accommodate and wait for president. We'll be doing the convoy somewhere, but we don't have to avail it until he gets here because you know that those are the intelligence thing. We are not going to reveal some issues, but at the end of the day, the president will be hosting him here in Omega Church.
Will he move from this area to other areas in the province?
It will be said as and when he arrives.
Thank you so much. That is Ms. Lucy Morowe, who is the Provincial Secretary of the Patriotic Alliance, stating that the President will arrive any minute from now and he will be addressing congregants who were inside this church earlier. We are now waiting for him. As you heard Ms. Morowe saying, their main point is on immigration laws, ensuring that people enter the country legally and that crime that they think is associated with illegal border jumping is written off, especially here in Westernberg, where you heard her saying one of the main issues is drug abuse, where you see young people abusing drugs and other illegal substances that they say get to the country illegally. Mxolisi?
And Pimani, as we continue to have this conversation, I'm also keen on finding out, whether have you engaged with some of the people there on the ground, particularly what is the feeling when they think of a party that speaks to matters that are closest to their hearts. What are some of the citizens there, ordinary people on the ground, saying about this particular visit?
We were inside the church during the church service, and I must tell you, only half of the seats inside that church building was full, but most of the people who were there were wearing Patriotic Alliance t-shirts. I don't know if they have membership to this party, but at the time we haven't been able to speak to them yet as the church service was going on. But we've also heard some of them saying they are looking forward to being convinced that this is the party that will take their service delivery challenges and crime and drug abuse challenges forward. But we will be speaking to them after they've interacted with the president of the PA to find out what their feeling is and if they would be joining this party if they haven't already.